Hey everyone, this is Jen Ren Stewart, otherwise known as Queen J. Before we get started with our season finale, and it's a big one, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, turn on the notifications, and most of all, enjoy. Welcome everyone to EZLA episode 10, and as we're calling it Easy Like a season finale. Wow, we've made it. I think so. 10 full episodes. That is crazy. Look on back to that. High five. I don't know how we did it and got out alive, but somehow we did. I am your host. You probably know me by now. 10 episodes in, right? I'm a Ralph Report fangirl and apparently the operator of some type of mad sound lab. My name is Queen J. Yay! And with me, as always, it's Arkansas's finest purveyor of pints, the girl with a PhD in Ralphology, and so much more, Lindsay. Ooh, oh, that's right. And speaker of French. I should have added that.
Trainer of feral cats in French.
That's
for
true.
funsies.
You have a whole pack of them. I am a little bit worried about you and rabies. But other than that,
I wash my hands every time so I don't get ringworm or any other diseases, cat-borne diseases.
Thank you. That makes me feel a little bit better.
I figured you would like to know that.
I do, but I do.
Scrub.
Oh my God.
If anything, the pandemic taught us how to all wash our hands properly. So I hope everyone's still washing their hands.
And so did preschool. So
we got our
vaccines. Pretty good. All right. So we have an unbelievable amount today. Some people may want to split this into 2 episodes because we have more than we've ever had before.
It's going to be a good one.
It is
what you're saying.
And people were asking, is it going to be like a 2-hour finale? It may be.
Ooh,
so, we have got some special guests today. We have people from the Garmy who are going to be showing up. We've got, I mean, do I want to reveal this here and now? Like who we've got coming in?
You know, I like surprises.
Okay, I'm going to let it just roll with being the surprise. Then we've got several people coming by to say hello and have some fun with us today. Of course, we've got viewer call-ins and all that good stuff too. Let's get rolling so that we can get going. So coming up next is Wayne Baglin, Garmy member, who's going to help us decide who knows more about Ralph Garman. Is it Lindsay or is it me? Stay tuned. And welcome to this show, our very, very favorite person from Gloucestershire ever, Wayne Baglin.
Good morning, ladies. How are we?
Very well,
Gloucestershire.
Thank you. Gloucestershire. I'm sure I butchered that in some way, but we need more enemies. We've been working on trying to make enemies around the world.
I know. Usually I can pronounce things over there.
It's fine. If you've ever watched my stream, I butcher the English language in general.
You do that regularly and savagely.
I love your Twitch streams are so entertaining. I sat in for one of them at a lunchtime and just absolutely had a blast.
I ended up in one where people were D&Ding as dogs.
Yeah.
Dogs.
As dogs.
That's right.
Although one is a cat in disguise.
Sometimes.
Which needs a whole nother explanation.
That is a whole,
neither here nor there.
We got to stick to the plan here. Okay. So Wayne, what we have here is you have challenged us with a quiz on Ralph trivia, which I feel like I'm at a loss here because we have someone with a PhD in Ralphology in the room. And I do not have one. I think I have an AA, an associate's degree. So, which in America is very low level.
I thought it was Alcoholics Anonymous over there.
It also is.
That.
It serves many purposes, and some may be both. But anyways, we are excited to see what you have for us and scared at the same time.
Wow.
So what are the rules? You came up with this. I'm scared.
So I've got 5 questions for each of you, all around different parts of Ralph's career. Absolutely fine. Before we started recording, I did do a coin toss. Jen, you won, so you get to choose. Do you want to go first or do you want to go second?
This is tough. I'll go first.
Absolutely fine. So, starting with films, obviously we know Ralph has been in many, many films, from A Million Ways to Die in the West to La Valantula. Your question, Jen, in which film did Ralph play the character Andronicus Arcane? It's exactly the reaction I wanted, just...
I'm gonna go with Ted 2.
I'm afraid not. It was actually Yoga Hoses.
I give myself a yay anyway. A for effort.
Yeah,
that was a
AA
tough
for effort.
one. This is gonna be hard, y'all.
don't go easy. I go in
Oh
hard and
no,
I go in
clearly
fast.
not.
Okay.
Lindsay, your question. In which film did Ralph play the character Steve Bennett?
I'm gonna say Sharktopus.
Sorry.
Unfortunately not. It was actually Ted.
Oh,
It was John's dad.
you can see what kind of films get watched in my queue.
Go ahead.
Right. Speaking of acting career, he's also been well known for his television work as well.
Yes.
Jen, your question. Which of these 3 shows did Ralph not appear in? House,
Okay.
ER, or
Uh-huh.
Bones?
I know he was in House. I don't remember an ER. So I'm gonna say ER was not.
Is the correct answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Oh wait, where's
So you-
wait? No, I can actually. I
You
legitimately
can play it now.
earned
You can legit play it.
Round of applause.
Oh, yeah,
Polite applause.
He played Bobby in in House, and he played Morgan Donnelly in Bones.
Oh my gosh. Well, here, funny fun fact. I also worked on House, and so I looked back in my notes and found the music spotty notes for that episode that he was in, and it's totally funny because it says like Bobby has a cue, so his character is like a drunk on there, and it like the music totally has to do with him being a drunk. I thought, well, that's pretty good.
That's now art imitating life. Yeah, we find that clip. We need to see it.
We do. All right.
Lindsay, your question. Which of these shows has Ralph not voiced a character in? Titan Maximum, Avengers Assemble, or Bob's Burgers?
I'm gonna say Bob's Burgers.
And you would be correct to say
Okay.
Bob's Burgers.
Good.
Wow.
It's
So
a
he-
different team than the McFarlane verse, so that's why I leaned into that.
Oh gosh, we are.
That's
head
why I
to
put
head.
Avengers Assemble just as a bit of a.
Just,
I was
Curveball for
almost tricked up.
yeah, these are great questions. Oof, you should do
Yeah.
this more often.
Evened
Okay.
up 1-1.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Right, number 3. Not only known for his acting ability, he's also known as a great singer.
Yes.
Jen, your question. What was the name of the song that Ralph sung on the 98 Kevin and Bean Christmas album, singing as Frank Sinatra?
Oh, I know this one.
Oh, for Pete's sake. Okay.
I know this. I can hear it right now. It's a good one. It's a holiday standard around my place.
Oh, thank you. At least that narrows it down to like 50. I'm just gonna go with let it snow. I guess.
I'm afraid not. Go on, Lindsay.
Is it Christmas when you're dead?
It is Christmas
Oh,
when
that's
you're
what I
dead.
was gonna say. Oh, because it was the parody one. I was gonna say that, but I was thinking it was a real Frank Sinatra song. Okay, all right, duly noted.
It
I
was
thought
a
we were looking
parody
for
song
I
that
thought we were
Ralph
looking for a
wrote.
real song. Okay,
And didn't he get to perform it on Kimmel's show at one point, or have
think
it
he did,
performed? Yeah, I think
it's a
so.
not. Yeah, that is an all-time favorite. Okay, cool.
Lindsay, your question.
18.
Oh God.
What was the song that Ralph wrote that appeared on the 2004 Kevin and Bean album, parodying Eminem?
I wouldn't. I don't think we've heard this, have we?
Yeah, we did. No, wait.
The
I thought
real
we did.
Ralph Garman. I don't know.
You have no idea how close you were.
Hmm.
It's a real Slim Santa.
Oh.
I just took a
Well.
deep dive on Eminem the other day. It was lovely.
Oh.
At least you're
Eminem,
both
yeah.
consistent. So that's
We're
the main
both
thing.
very consistent. We
Is
have
it
two
tied up,
questions
1
each.
and
We are
1?
tied up.
1 and
Let's
1
see what
each.
happens.
God, it's like penalty kicks.
It is. If I knew what that was, that would make so much sense.
Oh, it's so good.
Okay, let's go. Go.
Right.
Go.
Question number 4, all about the Ralph Report.
Okay.
Jen, what date did the Ralph Report debut in 2018?
Wow. I'm gonna go.
I don't
with-
know this, but I could guess.
It's January. And you're just looking for the day, the month, and the day, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it was
I'm
January.
giving you the year.
Yeah. Well, I can't remember. I'm not listening.
Not the first woman to be not paying attention to me. It's absolutely fine.
Yeah, you're assuming a lot. Okay, so January. It was the first Monday of January, and I don't know what date that would be, but going to go with the 3rd.
It was January 22nd.
Oh,
say 24th.
I was so
for
off.
some reason.
It wouldn't have mattered, but I thought it was okay.
At least you got January. That's
Hold
a
on.
start.
Give myself the sound. Okay.
122-18.
Put me on my
All right.
misery, okay? Just
My chance to take the lead in the penalty kick.
It is.
Probably
It is.
not. Your question, Lindsay. What date did Eddie Pence officially join the show as vice host?
Oh God, I'm just gonna have to guess.
Oh wow, this is
I want to
hard.
say it was
Thank
like
you. Ha ha.
May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Star Wars
Ooh,
Day.
that's interesting. Is
Again, correct month, but it's May 29th.
Sorry,
It's
Lindsay.
my sister's birthday. Shout out my sister Sarah if she's watching.
it? Okay.
Shut up.
All right. This is the last
Right.
one. Let's see if we
Last-
can do it. We
Last
gotta-
question. And these are a bit of a deep dive,
This
okay?
is oh.
So it's still 1-1, Jen. This is your
At
chance
what
to win it
time
all.
did Ralph cough on?
Not that much of a deep dive.
Oh, okay, great.
Right. Jen,
Yes.
Ralph was a producer for the documentary starring Adam West. He was also a consulting producer, according to IMDb, on another documentary in 2017 about a famous controversial comedian. Who was the subject of that documentary?
I have no idea. I am racking my brain, going through his IMDb in my head,
As
I
one
didn't know about
does.
this till I was
as
going
one
through his IMDb.
does, right? And nothing is coming up in the noggin. I'm not gonna belay this. I have no idea.
So according to IMDb, he was a consulting producer on Everybody Has an Andy Dick story.
Oh.
I would have never guessed that. Andy
either.
Dick. Oh, where's the sad part? There we go. Okay, Lindsay, this means you could win it.
All right.
This is your chance. Go. Do
All
it.
right.
This is the ball game for you, Lindsay.
For all the glory.
Ralph has made a total of 6 appearances in this YouTube series with Jamie Kaler in 2016.
Oh, it's about dads being daddy. It's dad humor.
There you go. What's the name of the series?
And I
I think
am
I might know
struggling
this. Wait, maybe I don't. But
to
maybe I
name
do.
it, but
Is
I can't quite name it. It's in there among the other things that I know that I can't name.
Is it Dads
Jen,
and
would
Parks?
you like to take it?
Jen, it is Dads and Parks.
There you go.
I didn't
I think
win.
Jen
we-
stole the victory.
I don't
from
think so. I think that was it
And
wasn't my
that's
question.
actually a draw because you
It is
were
a
picked
draw.
up
That's a
Christmas
draw.
when you're dead.
Like an unsatisfying English footy match. It ends in a draw and no
do
one
have a-
wins.
We can get a winner because I do have a tiebreaker.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's go.
So here's what we're going to do. Jen, I'm going to ask you to give me a number. Lindsay, all you have to do is say whether the correct answer is higher or lower. Okay?
True game of chance.
I like
Of
this.
course.
Yeah.
So, before I came on, I had a look at the Patreon page. Jen,
Yes.
currently,
Yes.
how many Patreons have subscribed to the Ralph Report?
6,021.
Lindsay, do you want to go higher or
Okay.
lower?
It's slightly higher than that.
I can tell you, as of logging on this morning or this afternoon for me, the current amount of subscribers is 5,878, which means, Jen, you've won.
Yes! Success! You've done it.
I did not expect that to happen. Thank you for that little victory. I will I like that.
Like it.
We've all got to take the little wins, you know?
The little
You know,
wins.
the agony report is fresh today for Lindsay.
But we fought valiantly to
it
the
was
end.
a good match,
It
sir.
was
Good
a good match.
questions.
Good questions.
Great question master here.
Wayne, thank you so much
Here.
for joining us today. You are an absolute doll, and we would love to have you back anytime. And say hello
lovely
to the
Wayne.
UK for us.
with your very
Absolutely
lovely
will
dog.
Oh, yeah. Oh, don't worry. Bingo will get some scratches for you.
Okay,
Absolutely
good.
fine.
All right, and guess what? It looks like we have an old pal in the waiting room that we're going to. Do you want me to pass along a message to Mr. Kuperman, Wayne?
Sorry that I'm on before you. Sorry you have to play second fiddle to someone else again.
Yeah, you're gonna be stoking that fire. I love it. All right, we'll see you later, Wayne.
Love you guys. Take
Bye.
care.
Okay, bye.
Cheers, Wayne. Bye. Wow, that was so much fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I
so
did
good.
not know he was going to pull out such hard questions. I was
You went
very
there.
unprepared
you
for
went into
those.
the IMDb.
I think I should have done a little more studying next time.
That's the takeaway.
That is the
More
takeaway.
homework.
All right. So we've got another really fun guest up.
Excellent.
It's the man with a severe case of FOMO. It's John Kuperman. Let's see what he's calling
man without
about.
a band.
Curious to see what he has to say. Here we go. Well, Mr. Kuperman, how are you doing?
He looks like our attorney. Our CPA is in the house, ready to tell us if we're in trouble on our taxes.
I can't believe that you have showed up. I mean, when you said you would be willing to come by, I was shocked, first off, and I was super happy, and then also a little suspicious. So I'm not sure if you're here for good reasons or bad.
Nefarious
but we're
ones.
dying to know.
Hello, ladies.
Hi.
Hi.
I was just about, to leave the house. I'm on my way hunting. So
hunting what in that outfit? That's not what we wear hunting around these parts.
That's what I wear hunting. I thought I would look nice for you girls, and instead you're giving me shit.
That's what we do, right?
No. Not exactly. You do look very dapper. I mean,
dapper.
I think the blue really sets off the white in the room.
And you're showing us the importance of having your shirts tailored and fitted to you nicely.
I don't know what to say. You girls are being nice. I'm all ready to rip you, and it's...
You never know what you're going to get with us.
Oh, Lindsay.
John.
You're not following me still. I don't know if you can see that. You are not.
I haven't even opened that app in like 2 weeks. I can't with it. I told y'all it was not my preferred platform. And until I can.
This beef has gone
create
on.
some space in my
over.
head
it's
for
over.
it.
The beef is over.
Okay.
It's over.
Resolve
Like
the beef.
Well,
weeks
Cooper,
ago.
It seems like you've dropped all your beefs. You have very little left.
It's Beltane. It's time for sort of spring season and kind of cleaning out the old and in with the new growth. So
I
maybe
almost didn't
turning over a new leaf.
Is that like a pagan or a
It
Wiccan
is.
thing?
It's one of those.
Okay,
yes, ma'am.
So is this now the series finale or the season finale? Is it over after this? Or you just what's going on? Are you throwing in the towel? Are you like, enough of this crap? What?
No, I think Jen's been gracious enough to kind of work with my busy schedule. I know she's got a real life job that we have to go to get money to live and stuff.
She's gracious?
So she is.
Come on.
So we maybe just be like taking a few weeks off to kind of like finish up some work projects and like
recharge
and kind of refigure.
I do have some cool stuff coming up. I have a sci-fi action adventure series that I've written, and the first book has been done for a while, and the second book is almost done, and I thought it's time to start getting them out there. So I'm going to take a little break so I can get that all kicked into high gear. So I'll be off your shit list for a while because I will be a little behind the scenes.
I can't offend Canada for like a couple weeks, so that'll be good. That although the Timbits are still coming, I'm still getting Timmy's taunted, Jen.
Well,
have you ever started beef with Canada, Coop?
Yeah.
It's relentless.
They may be nice, but they don't forget.
It's relentlessly polite, but it is relentless.
They can hold a grudge. It's their national anthem, I think, is "We Hold a Grudge."
'Cause it's real cold here.
I don't care. Shut up. This is about me right now. God.
Oh, honey. No, it's not.
I am not a morning person either, and you two are already pissing me off.
Well, that sounds like a you problem, so I'm going to put it squarely in the camp.
Okay.
Not my issue.
Some may say, if you're a conspiracy theorist, that maybe I am going off the air for a couple weeks because I can't handle what's coming up. I hear there's another podcast in town that is going to monopolize the airwaves. Is this true?
I don't even know what to say. I'm thinking of trying a podcast. You've probably seen the trailer on my Twitter.
And I have not seen that.
I'm sorry. Is there a way I can mute Lindsay for a while?
Nah, don't work that way.
Yeah. So I'm trying to do a podcast. It is hard work.
Mhm.
It's because I work.
No one wants to hear your whinging, honey.
The
Do it or you don't.
Mute.
No, quit.
Mute.
It doesn't work that way. Nobody wants to hear you complain about how hard it is. Do it or don't.
I'm doing it. If you'll let me finish. Let me finish.
Hashtag Coop Unhinged. Look, I broke him, guys.
Let me finish, and then you can spew all you want. Once I'm off, you can talk. You can do your little spiel or whatever. Let me finish.
This is good.
It's all yours. The floor is yours, Kuperman.
Mute her.
I'm gonna mute both of you and just sing
All
you
right.
both a lullaby.
So here's the thing. I work. I have a kid, and I'm trying to do this podcasting, and it's hard. I'm not making excuses, Lindsay. It's hard work, and I'm assembling my first show, which I want to be a killer. And then after that, I don't know how much I'm going to have in me, but I do know that I'm having fun with it. I don't want to say too much about it. I had an interview with somebody on Friday, and he was a writer on Letterman. I love the guy. Really nice guy, very cool guy. And
so you're gonna have big people on your podcast.
I'm gonna try. I don't know if Nico can make it on my podcast, but if he can, I'm gonna get the Letterman writer. But no, but it's fun. But it's super hard work and so time consuming.
I understand completely when you have a lot of commitments above and beyond that. But I think the key word you said is that you're doing it for fun. And
for fun.
I know that on a serious note, that the Garmy members have been waiting for this moment for a long time, because we want to see you and your outside of the show doing your comedy and whatnot. And so this is finally an opportunity for us to get to know a little more about you behind the scenes. You're enigmatic to the Garmy.
I'm also, well, it's weird. I've always wanted to try to do a podcast, but I haven't been motivated or pushed. But the listeners of the Ralph Report, and we wanted more. And I'm like, why? And so. And
you're questioning why they want more of you.
Yeah, why do they want more?
Don't question it. Just accept the love. That's what you're supposed to do. Just accept the love or the hate. If it's Cerber.
Right. I'm sure I'll get a lot of hate as well, which is fine. That all comes in the territory. So, so we'll see what happens. I'm excited about it. I think it'll be fun. I don't have a huge microphone like you girls. Like, hey, I'm a big podcaster and all that. If it works out, I will get a microphone and try to be a big shot and pretend like I know what I'm doing.
You clearly don't know the rules to manifesting things. You fake it till you make it, and you dress for the outfit you want or for the job you want.
You know what? Maybe just take a picture of a microphone and cut it out and just kind of have it off to the side so people.
Everyone can be professional.
My shirt and put a microphone on.
Ooh.
I'm wearing my professional neat shirt today, Coop. I dress nice for the job I want. Drinking whiskey and podcasting.
I hope
it's not work. It's
shirt.
Fun. Just do it already.
Lindsay, so you had a microphone before this podcast, or you just have a microphone because you like to talk to people on the internet?
I'm in the process of doing a lot of voiceover work in my real job, including audio engineering and sound mixing and setup, sir. So, not everybody needs to know everything about everyone's lives.
Okay,
today.
Kids.
Are you trying to put me in my place? I just asked for a microphone. I didn't ask for a life story.
Don't mansplain to me on my show, John Kuperman. There is a hate-free, mansplain-free show, and I won't have it in my house, sir.
All you have to say is, I have a microphone for side projects. That's it. You don't need to go, I do all this and I'm so much bigger than you. You don't have to do that. I understand you're better than me.
Making it like that.
No, you're making it like that. Like my microphone. No, mute her.
It doesn't work that way.
Mute.
bless your heart, as we say in the South.
As much as I'd love to see Coop be Coop and Lindsay be Lindsay,
Do this
we
all
gotta
day,
we could do
honey.
it all day. We have we've got another person who we also have in the waiting room, possibly.
Nobody kicks me off their show.
I think it's
me
George
who
Glass.
leads. You know what? I've had enough. You girls can kiss my ass. I'll talk to you later. You're not on the list, Jen, but you're getting close again. That's it. Bye. I'm out of here.
Coop Unhinged. Truly, messing with Coop is my favorite pastime, but I'm not going to do it on Twitter. It's too wild out there.
I was so close to thinking that the beef was truly over, but now I'm really realizing that I'm always going to be teetering on that edge between being part of his backdrop where there's like news clippings and like red lines drawn from photo to photo. And
he tried to misdirect us with his business shirt, and then he quickly lost control.
I was seduced by the idea of a calm executive Coop. Executive Coop.
It's not a thing.
He duped us both, Lindsay. He duped us both.
We won't be tricked again.
Yes, we're better than that.
We've proven that out time and time again here on EZLA. Sometimes boys can not appear what they seem like,
All right. Well, we do have to move on from that fun diversion. Dumpster fire. Thank you, Lindsay, for putting an apt label on it. Okay. So up next is one of my favorite segments, viewer mail.
Oh, yeah.
If you dial on the phone, I won't pick it up. If you dial on the phone, I won't pick it up. That's right. First thing up, we have got the lovely Maggie Sarr.
Maggie!
Don't turn around. Oh.
I love the Maggie.
Maggie Sarr. I screwed that one up. So what I'm going to do here is she actually sent in, and I thought this is really cool, a video. And this is in relationship to something that we did last time we were together, we had some song lyrics, and we featured the Bruce's Philosopher song from Monty Python, and she immediately was like, boom, oh, guess what? I know all the words. So this is her attempt of getting through it. Enjoy.
Immanuel Kant was a real pissant who was very rarely stable. Heidegger was a boozy beggar who drink you under the table. David Hume can outconsume Schopenhauer and Schlegel, and Lichtenstein was a berry swine who was just as schloss as Schlegel. There's nothing Nietzsche couldn't teach you about the rising of the wrist. Socrates himself was permanently pissed. I don't know this part of the song. It always kind of confuses me a little bit. Aristotle was a bugger for a bottle. Hobbes was fond of his dram. And René Descartes was a drunken fart. I drink, therefore I am.
Yes!
There's nothing Nietzsche couldn't teach you about the rising of the wrist. Socrates himself was permanently pissed. And that's kind of all I remember. So this is for you, Jen and Lindsay. I love you both.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, how cool is that? How was that?
I know she'd be good fun at a British pub somewhere with our UK Garmy mates. They like that.
She was amazing that she could get through that.
Admirably done, Maggie.
There was a little center part that was a little bit not there, but I was still impressed.
That was great.
That is good stuff. All right, we had a old school phone call too, so let me lay that on you.
Hello, EZLA, Jen and Lindsay. This is John Fink, the Vegan Giant. Listen, I had a question. I was just sort of sitting around wondering, like I am wont to do.
So, John,
indeed.
Do you know of any musical artists, that cannot stand the type of music that they are best at making?
Really?
Yes, he had a very, very good question, and it segues to a segment that I like to call Ask Queen J.
Won't you answer my question, Queen J?
Beat Lab.
Won't you answer?
That's right. Is it the Beat Lab or the Sound Lab?
Beat Lab.
Queen J.
Now,
well, that was what Kuperman was calling it.
This is weird. You're right. This is weird. This was a soundbite from someone who called in, and I have no idea who they are. So I tried to respond to them and said, "Hey, I got your messages. Who is this?" And
So
they were
whoever
like,
that is,
and
let
then
her
they
know,
responded.
so
It was kind of
we
like,
credit you.
"Who dis?" but in French. And I'm like,
New phone, who dis? C'est quoi
right,
ça?
exactly. So it was a very strange interchange, but they left me
Strange
just a bunch
happenings.
of them singing, and then I just put music to it because hey, why not?
Beautiful.
But back to John Fink, the vegan giant. He had a great question. He was wondering, is there any cases where you have someone who's an artist who is famous for their song
They
or
just
their
hate it.
genre of music, and yet they hate what they do? Well, the list is big. In fact, John gave me one to begin with, just in all honesty. I cut that down. Sorry, John. But he did bring up Wes Borland. So he was the guitarist for Limp Bizkit. I don't know if you were a fan of theirs.
I was right about late junior high when that came out.
You were around. You remember like
in
Nookie
its
was
Target
like,
demo, early MTV
huge.
days.
Okay,
late, I mean, it was like late 90s MTV moment.
Right. And he's a good example to choose because he would quit the band often. He'd get in these fights over the type of music that they were creating. And he is much more experimental. And he went off and did all sorts of really cool stuff on his own, and then would kind of go back and then get mad. And then it was an on and off again relationship. So, but there's other examples that were surprising to me when I did my research. So you might find these also kind of interesting. Robert Plant hated Stairway to Heaven. Apparently,
I have heard that.
And he would, so he would like bury it in the middle of the set as opposed to.
And you can't not play it. You gotta play it.
Well, when you think Led Zeppelin, you think Stairway to Heaven, and I get it. I mean, he's basically saying, look, I wrote the lyrics, but I feel like they're dated and I'm just over it. And you kind of like get embarrassed sometimes of things you did back then, maybe, and feel like they're dated. Sure. Of course, I wouldn't be embarrassed if I had Stairway to Heaven on my list, but
no,
it's a nice one. Madonna for Like a Virgin. She wants to distance herself from that. I can totally get it, right? It didn't quite.
Now, Like a Prayer, on the other hand, that one we're keeping.
Oh, I think I think she's good with that too.
Love that one.
I haven't asked her lately, but I should. Speaking of Ralph Garman and Frank Sinatra, Frank had one that he couldn't stand. Do you know the standard Strangers in the Night?
Mm-hmm. I'm a big Frank fan.
Yeah, we used to sing that in 6th grade. There was other alternative.
I don't care
dirty
for that
lyrics.
One particularly.
Yeah, it's do you know the one with the dirty lyrics? No. I can't. I won't sing. I'll sing it to you after off air. Okay. It's pretty funny. Anyways, but he did the same thing. He would change the lyrics to it because he hated it so much if he had to sing it, and he would get really, really angry about it. He would like berate.
We have to get nice and liquored up before he performed that one.
Well, I think he would, and then he would berate the audience if they liked it. And he's like,
"What's
wrong with you?
Tasteless blanks."
Yes, exactly. Which is
I love
entertaining.
Frank so much.
I will pay to see that. Sorry, I just realized I was spiking. Let me move my mic as I talk so loud. Okay, and then also Noel Gallagher of Oasis wants to gag apparently every time he has to sing Wonderwall. But one of the things that John Fink was getting at is, what about like their whole genre? Like someone who just doesn't even like the type of music they do. I came up with 2 that like legitimately don't like the genre they're in. The first one's a little iffy. Okay, so you've heard Miley Cyrus's music. In fact, I think you're way more.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, you're way more of a fan.
I'm gonna say I'm a fan.
Yeah,
I'm not even. You can hate on me for that all you want.
No,
haters.
No. I don't mind. It's all music. I'm not
one of my girls.
I'm not snobby. Well, okay, I am, but
she's been on a whole journey, hasn't she?
She
musically?
Has. But she really came on to the whole zeitgeist, I guess you'd say, with Party in the USA. And that song was mega pop.
And then she broke the world again with that Blurred Lines Robin Thicke VMA performance, right?
And I consider that pretty poppy too. But she apparently took offense to her earlier pop leanings and has really been working to make herself a lot less clean and squeaky.
I think it comes out of that Disney Channel camp life, She just kind of had to reinvent herself.
Well, and it's kind of interesting that with the pedigree that she has with the country world, that she didn't do more country. I mean, she does have some country stuff that she's covered, but it's like I can count.
Have you heard her do Jolene?
Yes, I have.
So good.
Yes, and she also did A Boy Named Sue, 15 with Taylor Swift, Landside, the Dixie Chicks version, of course. The Climb, Ready, Set, Go, all of those country hits. So, but this last one is everyone's favorite, Zayn Malik.
Yeah.
And I say that sarcastically because on the Ralph Report, at least, not a big fan of 1D or Zayn, but he clearly hates pop music, like
Change
really,
genres.
really, really hates it.
Mhm.
And in a Fader magazine interview in 2015, he basically just said outright, "This is not the music I would listen to," and basically just pooped all
I
over his music.
recently had someone tell me a story about the lead singer of Blues Traveler, how what they're known for is not really representative of their work. Those songs kind of hit and they're kind of the least like the rest of their other songs. They're kind of more of a jam band. Like,
okay, I could see that. I was gonna say Blues
Yeah.
Traveler. What other kind of? It's heavy metal. It's a death metal
no,
band?
just more like those like cliche kind of poppy condensed songs that got overplayed on the radio are
Yeah.
not really like.
But that's how you get played on the radio, and so it's
True.
kind of hard to bite the hand that feeds you musically when you do
Indeed.
something that's catchy. I love earworms. I mean, that's what the radio is about, is that getting something that burrows into someone's head and then they hear it later on and they want to hear the
Like
whole thing again.
dirty feet, dirty woohoo. That's
I
what.
know
Can you
so.
play that one? Come on, I am just a snippet.
Oh,
It's probably not brought up on the Beat Lab board.
I don't have it on the Beat Lab board. It got moved
maybe
out
you
by
can add it in post.
Vasectomize kind of pushed it out.
Oh no.
I will be playing that in just a second. For all that you have testicles.
Oh,
You're
I'm
gonna love
behind.
that.
I think I last left off mid Wednesday, so I've missed some things. haven't I?
Perfect. Then this will be new to you.
Oh,
I
good.
love it. I love that. Okay,
I
great.
got busy.
In fact, it is time for TRR, the Ralph
Ooh.
Report Rewind.
Some of it will be new for me.
Or that's true. Not so much a rewind, but a play.
Rewind.
But here's the things. One of the things they talked about that I want to cover here, because I was so excited. That they covered film composers that they like. And I was, of course, super excited.
Composers.
And so I thought, hey, let's add our own film composers that we like to their list, because they all chose. So Ralph chose Ennio Morricone, who I love and I will reference shortly. And he chose it from the Untouchables, which I thought was a really cool pool. Like, Ralph just always surprises me with like the coolness factor there. I'm sorry, not that you're uncool, but I'm just like, wow, that's deep cut. I think more so. Some people would have chose maybe some
I
of the
have this
spaghetti
like
westerns.
elaborate film and TV score playlist on Spotify that has probably all of those on that. But yeah, like
and you
I'm
too.
such
No,
a nerd for that.
I don't want to leave you out, Lindsay. I trust you too. But you know what? My favorite from Ennio is Cinema Paradiso. I don't know if you've ever heard that score, but it is mind blowing. Please listen to that score as well, because it is my favorite of Ennio's.
Yes.
Eddie chose Flash Gordon from Queen, which is so funny.
Of course.
Because it's so Eddie. And then Steve
So
chose
Eddie.
John Barry, and of course for all the Bond stuff. But I mean, he's got great range. John Barry is a staple in the composer's world. But I wanted to add just two, and like I'll try to be quick about it because I know I'm like hogging it up because I'm like by choosing two, but I wanted to choose two that were like different ends of the spectrum. So here's something, food for thought. The first one I wanted to mention was Bernard Herrmann, because no one had mentioned that. I'm like, how can you not, when he literally is the composer of a movie we're talking about this week in the Ralph Report, Citizen Kane. He's the composer. He is iconic. If you think about Psycho, probably one of the first things that comes into your mind is the shower
The
scene.
music.
And it's the music of those string stabs.
Audio cue.
Yeah, exactly. And so he developed a whole style using strings and whatnot to really ratchet up the tension and the horror of everything. And it created musical motifs that have been parodied and used ever since. So he is really someone who you can't not mention because of his huge impact on film score. Some of the other stuff he's gone on to do, of course, Taxi, and I'm trying to think of here's some other Vertigo. Vertigo is one of my favorites. I don't know if you saw Vertigo, but it's one of my favorite Hitchcock.
That one I have not seen.
Okay.
Because Hitchcock truly terrifies me. Like the birds truly linger with me, and I don't discount birds for a moment.
True.
I got to keep my eye on them all the time.
As
for their movements.
And you do. And
I
their
do.
poops. They poop a lot.
Well, I like to know what they're up to.
Yeah, you should.
I do.
But Bernard Herrmann was so good that he even has relevance in some later stuff. So Busta Rhymes, I don't know if you know that, but he sampled Psycho and Give Me Some More. And Lady Gaga's video, Born This Way. I know you know Gaga's stuff.
I'm a little monster.
Oh yeah, she used the prelude from Vertigo, the one that would scare the crap out of you. It's very cool.
It doesn't matter if you're capital.
Yeah, dude, there you go.
Perform it.
You go, girl.
Don't get me started.
Yeah, we don't have time for that, Lindsay. So as a counterpoint to Herrmann, though, I wanted to choose someone else who I think is relevant in the world right now of music that's being created right now, because obviously Herrmann's not creating music now. But I wanted to choose Rachel Portman. You may know her from Chocolat. You may know her from
I love
Emma.
that one. That one's on my playlist.
She's one of the first.
The Caravan song from that one?
Yes. Thank you.
So good.
That whole thing is amazing. But she's one of the first, or was the first of the three.
I always envision doing some Spanish tango while I'm listening to that soundtrack.
And thank you for saving me from not being able to start my sentence. Can I try this again? In that she was the first of 3 female composers to win an Academy Award. And that is an amazing thing. It was for the Cider House Rules in 1996.
Oh, that's a great one too.
Yeah, and it is a beautiful score, but it is a counterpoint to what Bernard Herrmann was doing, because he used strings to really ratchet up the emotion, whereas Rachel Portman uses a lot of unused instruments, really relying on a lot of woodwind. So you're going to hear a lot of clarinet in Chocolat, which is one thing I love. She's got the Django Reinhardt music.
Clarinet. Fun fact.
I did not know that. Very interesting. And oboe. I love. Did you play oboe as well, or okay? I played flute, which a lot of people transition from flute to oboe too.
I couldn't do flute.
Fingerings are the same. So, but I love especially the bass clarinet is one of the most beautiful sounds when used in any score. So hats off to you, Lindsay. But so I just want to say to you, if you haven't seen Chocolat, watch it. I know it's seen as a chick
it's
movie,
one of my faves,
but it is one of the scores
Juliette Binoche and one Johnny Depp.
So there's 2 cute people to look at,
and Alfred Molina is amazing too,
right? But let's even deeper than that. There is this idea where she kind of blows into town and she goes where the winds call her. She's kind of a gypsy.
She's kind of a witch, Jen.
She is a witch, right? And there is the score personifies that in such a beautiful way. If you listen to the score, you can feel that kind of ethereal wind-like quality in there, and it is amazing.
Think conservative French country Mary Poppins, who comes to awaken and enliven the town during the season of Lent.
Right. And chocolate, because I love chocolate. So
and
I'm
chocolate
in for that too. But and gypsies, hey, because they're free-spirited.
Love them.
Sometimes I just want to go and travel with them. But that is a whole other subject. So I want to talk about your choice. You have chosen a composer as well.
If I had 2 to pick, I would pick the modern composers, Howard Shore and Hans Zimmer. Like those are the 2 who wrote the scores that most deeply move me in, like the Lord of the Rings soundtrack, which is Howard Shore's. And Hans Zimmer's so prolific. He's done a lot of some of the Nolan films, Christopher Nolan's films, like Inception. I don't know who did Interstellar. I think that was somebody different, but he just knows how to use the whole, like paint with the whole orchestra to like do these big moving, lifting, like battle. Like I think he's even done some of the comic book, like some of the Marvel Cinematic Universe films as well. But
he's a big one. He's what we call a heavy hitter.
Those are my I like the heavy hitters. I love that you went niche and like shone a light on, some others. But like if I used to listen to the Gladiator soundtrack as like hype music for my volleyball games in college. So like that kind of thing, like I need a big loud brassy orchestra lift for a battle,
He definitely he'll bring
great battle music.
It is very well chosen, and that is it for our
composers,
favorite composers. Now we have one more thing that was from last week that you didn't get to hear.
Ooh.
And I was so surprised. So this all has to do with Mr. Eddie Pence.
Yeah, we heard a lot about Eddie's stuff.
Sure did. So if you don't
got
follow
the
the
full
Ralph
report.
report, he's going to go in to get a procedure so that they can keep their family capped
Have
at
your
one.
pet spayed and neutered, everyone.
That's right. So
Listen to Bob Barker. The Price is Right.
Right.
Get him snip.
Funny enough, Wayne Baglin, who we just had, that we, we're also seeing for the quiz,
Crunchy.
right? Crunchy Baglin. He said, hey, there's a song by Alexander O'Neill called Criticize. What if it turned into a song about Eddie's procedure?
Didn't.
And I
You
did.
didn't.
I
You
did.
didn't.
Let's hear a little bit
Didn't.
about Vasectomize.
Hey,
Yeah, what's up?
let's talk about your balls.
I'm just trying to figure out how to sterilize myself chemically. Can I microwave my nuts?
Don't just clip my guys. Ooh, they don't realize you wanna cut them down to size. Vasectomize.
Can we find something else to talk about? Maybe we can renovate the house. You brought my doctor to his knees. Then he inspected my jelly beans. Don't vasectomize my boys. Vasectomize my taxes. Can't you hear the tiny cries? I'm shook up cause all you wanna do is vasectomize.
Don't just clip my guys.
I'm not ready.
They don't realize you wanna cut them down to size. Vasectomize.
Doc, why you gotta pinch so hard? My vas deferens was surprised. I wish I were in charge, I didn't even get the choice when I was circumcised. I know I'm oversensitive, a little argumentative. Can't they use a lot of sedative? Knock me out, cause it's time I vasectomize.
I know we gotta clip my guys.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Before more kids materialize,
I'm on a testify.
Don't wanna let them do lies. Okay, vasectomize.
Have your pet spayed and neutered, folks.
That's right. What is the moral of that story?
Embrace vasectomy as a popular form of birth control if you don't want to have children.
It's true. It's true. It's
That's the
a
takeaway.
necessary evil, I guess, is what that's saying. But
Sure.
yes, that was premiered last week. You might have missed that.
I
and if
did,
you
and
did,
that was a live reaction video.
that's much better than
Often
having
how
to
that
fake it.
stuff hits me smack in the face.
Yes, and it was interesting. We got some
Wow.
feedback from people because we have the virtual parties. Well, I guess I call it virtual parties, but it's
I call
really
them the VCPs, virtual cocktail parties.
We have also a weekly viewing of the live show as it's going on. If you're a 4-star general, you get to watch the show live, and so
And you can
the-
play the live 4-star drinking game.
And there is a game
Sorry, I missed last week,
that
kid, but-
Lindsay has developed, and it is a lot of fun. People are chatting
Co-developed.
constantly, but people wanted to know who was singing that, the guy voice. And Lindsay, you know,
Was it Kuperman?
it was me.
Oh. Jen has a range of voices.
I used a pitch.
Use my manly voice.
I used my I almost did a little bit
Got
little bit
down
more
here
of
in
that,
the lower
and then pitched it down
registers.
as well. But I thought it was a little bit too cartoony, so
Pitched it
I
down.
dialed it back. But anyway, so that was kind of fun.
That's the man, y'all.
And that's the man. And so hopefully Eddie appreciates yet another song based off of his sensitivities.
Eddie is truly, what do we call him on the show? I think it has a cuss word, so I can't say it, but like an enigma wrapped in a mystery covered in what the blank sauce.
Yes, I know.
It's really quite special.
I wish we could take the training wheels off and really say, F-bombs and everything like that. Someday.
We'll work
Maybe
on that.
season 2, right?
In the update.
Hiatus. Yes, right.
Hiatus.
Yes, exactly. Well, speaking of Eddie Pence, you will not believe this, but guess who is in our studio waiting to get in?
Stop it.
Yes.
We get Eddie?
We get Mr. Eddie Pence.
This is the best finale ever.
I cannot think of a better person to help cap
saved
off
all the treats for
bookends.
me.
It's treats galore. It's so sweet. You're going to get a cavity.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so let's bring him on in. Hang on one second as I do the little thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, look who has just entered the room. The one, the only, Mr. Eddie Pence.
Hey, guys.
We are so lucky to have stolen you.
Superman
for
himself.
The season finale. I feel like, wow.
Well, I had to dress up.
I mean, yeah, we had Kuperman too, by the way. He
had
came by to yell at us.
To
Literally.
describe for Jeanette at home, Eddie is wearing a lightly washed vintage kind of Superman looking t-shirt, faded.
Shirt,
and his guns are out, Jeanette. So just wanted
They're
to
hidden.
fill
They're hidden
that
below frame.
that visual.
And his eyes are,
for her.
he just moved into the camera and his eyes are super sparkly blue.
Oh, there you go.
Like pools of
I do have blue eyes.
And all his Star Wars
water.
figurines are on display.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true. And a sticky note that I'm trying to read. I don't know why.
Oh,
I think it's
that's our gate code to get in the front gate for
gate code.
for when Amazon delivers.
Press 2369. Okay. So hashtag
pound sign. It's pound sign on gate codes. It's hashtag in real world.
That's true. So true. All right. So interestingly enough, there was a whole conversation that you had on the Ralph Report about the sheriff of Ghost Town. How did that come up? What?
I don't remember.
I'm trying to remember myself.
What fresh hell is this? I have a small clip. Maybe this will help jog your memory.
The ghost town at the center of the earth? I want to see that. I could be the sheriff down there. I could run shit.
It was about LSD.
I could run shit in that ghost town.
Sheriff of Ghost Town.
People would listen to me down there. I should move down there. I'd be taken seriously down there. I might take LSD just to get there.
There you go. That was the answer we were looking for. So apparently,
it was about Eddie won't try alcohol or other drugs that are gentler, milder, earth-produced ones, but he would dabble potentially
for the pharmaceutical version.
In some psychedelics.
I said a while ago. I think this was a discussion from I don't know a year ago on the Ralph Report about the one drug that intrigues me would be LSD.
I was holding out on 4-star status until you consumed one of the others, but I just finally had to level up anyway.
You got to level up. You got to see us.
Never going to happen.
Don't
miss.
But
I never. That's the ones that that's the one drug I said I was curious about, but I still wouldn't take it. But of all the ones that mess with your brain, that's
you'd definitely be sheriff of Ghost Town down there.
Right, and that
I want to see that movie. I may need to write that movie.
Yeah, it took off like crazy. In fact, people were like, they want to see you do like an animated version of it.
It'll be like dark. It'll be like opposite. Like I can just see like an old timey like ghost town Western motif, but the sky is black.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Well,
in fact,
it's the middle of the earth.
Yeah,
of course. And that's exactly what I was thinking. So what ended up happening is I have a theme for the sheriff of Ghost Town if it were a show, but okay. So it was instrumental. And I thought, well, this doesn't play. Like I can't send this to Ralph. It doesn't do anything. It's just an instrumental thing. And so it was like, I think it was like last night, I found this script generator online. I'm like, I could just write a script really quickly for the sheriff of Ghost Town. So I sent this off to both Lindsay and Eddie Pence last minute.
So you scored.
They probably
Sheriff of Ghost Town.
Right. None of us have really read through this.
We haven't spent much time with it. That's for sure.
What I'm saying
I haven't worked on it. No.
It may be the best radio play of all time, is what I'm trying to tell you.
You may have spent more time on your Jay Leno impression than on this.
Oh, I know I did.
However, I will be adding in sound effects and a music score after the fact. So I will fill in the cracks with spackle.
High production value.
Lots of spackle.
A lot of work.
It is a lot.
A lot of lipstick.
It's a lot of work for the sheriff of Ghost Town.
So much lipstick.
A lot of lipstick on this pig.
All right, so here's the idea. So I'll give you the setup. Long ago, in a universe slightly off kilter from our own, there was a western town called Ghost Town, a dusted up, mysterious place where the sheriff kept watch. Trapped at an eternal dusk, Ghost Town lay at the boundary between dark and light, on the tidally locked surface of the planet Vasectomize. Sheriff Eddie and his trusty horse Nugget find themselves in a constant battle to keep the town safe from those who would bring harm to the good Garmy folk. Check your pineapples at the gate. It's time for Sheriff of Ghost Town. Wow.
Whoa, that's
Wow.
so good.
The scene is set.
The scene is set. So here's what I have. I have my props for today.
Oh, horse, nice.
Because I will
Monty
be
Python
playing
style.
Yes, of course. I'll be playing the horse Nugget.
This is like a radio play almost,
Gonna
like
be
an
great.
old-timey radio
Lindsay,
play.
it is a funny you should say
Just
that.
like that.
It's just like it because it is.
Wonderful.
Lindsay, because she is a goddess, is going to play Lilith.
Okay.
So she's going to play Lilith. Eddie is going to play Eddie. And
Sheriff of Ghost
we'll have I'll cover the narrator and Ghost because they don't have many lines. Well, the narrator does, but I've got the magic conch or the
You've got the chops to bring this all together.
let's hope so.
Or it'll go spectacularly off the rails. Just
All
like
right.
another segment.
It's going to be wonderfully horrible.
Oh, yeah,
I love
it's
it.
gonna be
And
amazing.
the only way you can go into this is head first. So let's do it.
No, this is award-winning, whatever it's
Go
going
right
to be.
in.
Whatever it is. Yes. All the awards. Every one of
Razzie.
them, especially the golden pamphlet. Here we go. We've got the evil ghost trooper. We find ourselves interior sheriff's office afternoon. Loyal sheriff Eddie Pence is arguing with trusty goddess Lilith McShickstorm. Eddie tries to hug Lilith, but she shakes him off.
Please, Lilith, don't leave me.
I'm sorry, Eddie, but I'm looking for someone a bit more brave. Someone who faces his fears head on instead of running away.
I am such person.
Lilith frowns.
I'm sorry, Eddie. I just don't feel excited by this relationship anymore.
Lilith leaves. Eddie sits down looking defeated. Moments later, sarcastic head of transportation, Miss Nugget Barebuns barges in looking flustered.
Goodness, Nugget, is everything okay?
I'm afraid not.
What is it? Don't keep me in suspense.
It's a ghost trooper. I saw an evil ghost trooper vasectomize a bunch of Garmy members.
Defenseless Garmy members?
Yes, defenseless Garmy members.
Bloomin' heck, Nugget, we gotta do something.
I agree, but I wouldn't know where to start.
You can start by telling me where this happened.
Nugget fans herself and begins to wheeze.
Focus, Nugget, focus. Where did it happen?
Garmy Saloon. That's right, Garmy Saloon. Eddie springs up and begins to run. Eddie rushes along the street, followed by Nugget. They take a shortcut through some back gardens, jumping fences along the way. Jesus, there's a lot of fences here.
A lot of fences. It's a big town.
It's weird.
Big town.
Interior Garment Saloon shortly after. Ghost Ham, an evil ghost trooper, terrorizes two Garmy members. Eddie, closely followed by Nugget, rushes towards Ghost, but suddenly stops in his tracks. What is it? What's the matter?
That's not just any ghost trooper. That's Ghost Ham.
Who's Ghost Ham?
Who's Ghost Ham? Who's Ghost? Only the most evil ghost trooper in the universe.
Blake and Knickers, Eddie, we're gonna need some help if we're gonna stop the most evil ghost trooper in the universe.
You can say that again.
Blake and Knickers, Eddie, we're gonna need some help if we're gonna stop the most evil ghost trooper in the universe.
I'm gonna need a lightsaber. Lots of lightsaber.
Ghost turns and sees Eddie and Nugget. He grins an evil grin. Oh my word, is that you? You've met?
Yes, it was a long, long time ago.
The exterior park, back in time. A young Eddie is sitting in a park listening to some heavy metal music when suddenly a dark shadow casts over him. He looks up and sees Ghost Ham. He takes off his headphones. Would you like some chocolate? Eddie's eyes light up, but then he studies Ghost Ham more closely and looks uneasy.
I don't know. You look kind of evil.
Me? No, I'm not evil. I'm the least evil ghost trooper in the world.
Wait, you're a ghost trooper?
Eddie runs away, screaming. We find ourselves interior Garman Saloon, present day. You were a coward then and you're a coward now. You ran away?
I was a young child. What was I supposed to do?
Eddie turns to Ghost.
I may have run away from you then, but I won't run away this time.
Eddie runs away. He turns back and shouts.
I mean, I'm running away, but I'll be back. With a lightsaber.
I'm not scared of you.
You should be.
Exterior Ashton's diner later that day. Eddie and Nugget walk around searching for something.
I feel sure I left my lightsaber somewhere around here.
Are you sure? It does seem like an odd place to keep a deadly lightsaber.
You know nothing, Nugget Bear Buns.
We've been searching for ages. I really don't think they're here. Suddenly, Ghost appears, holding a pair of lightsabers. Looking for something? Cracky, Eddie. He's got your lightsaber.
Tell us something I don't already know.
The Death Star's circumference is about 100 miles.
I already know that.
You know that jackpot thing? That was me. Oh my goodness! While Ghost is looking at Nugget with disgust, Eddie lunges forward and grabs his deadly lightsaber. He wields them triumphantly.
Prepare to die, you evil pineapple!
No, please! All I did was vasectomize a bunch of Gami members. Lilith enters, unseen by any of the others.
I cannot tolerate that kind of behavior. Those Garmy members were defenseless. Well, now they have a defender, and that's me, Eddie Pence, defender of the innocent Garmy members.
Don't hurt me, please.
Give me one good reason why I shouldn't use this lightsaber on you right away.
Because, Eddie, I am your father. Eddie looks stunned for a few moments, but then collects himself.
No, you're not.
Oh, well, it was worth a try. Ghost tries to grab the lightsaber, but Eddie dodges out of the way.
Who's the daddy now, huh? Huh?
Unexpectedly, Ghost slumps to the ground. Did he just faint?
I think so. Well, that's disappointing. I was rather hoping to use a more dramatic conclusion involving my deadly lightsaber.
Eddie crouches over Ghost's body. Be careful, Eddie. It could be a trick.
No, it's not a trick. It appears that, it would seem, Ghost Ham is dead.
What?
Yes, it appears that I scared him to death.
Nugget claps her hands. So your lightsaber did save the day after all. Lilith steps forward.
Is it true? Did you kill the evil ghost trooper?
Lilith, how long you been there?
Long enough.
Then you saw it for yourself. I killed Ghost Ham.
Then the Garmy members are safe?
It does seem that way.
A crowd of vulnerable Garmy members enter, looking relieved.
You're their hero.
The Garmy members bow to Eddie.
There's no need to bow to me. I seek no worship. The knowledge that Ghost Ham will never vasectomize Garmy members ever again is enough for me.
You are humble as well as brave.
One of the Garmy members passes Eddie a mythical chicken nugget.
I think they want you to have it as a symbol of their gratitude.
I couldn't possibly. Well, if you insist.
Eddie takes the chicken nugget.
Thank you.
The Garmy members bow their heads once more and leave. Eddie turns to Lilith.
Does this mean you want me back?
Oh, Eddie, of course I want you back.
Eddie smiles for a few seconds, but then looks defiant.
Well, you can't have me.
What?
You had no faith in me. You had to see me scare a ghost trooper to death before you would believe in me. I don't want a lover like that.
But...
Please leave. I want to spend time with the one person who stayed with me through this thick and thin. My best friend, Nugget.
Nugget grins.
But...
You heard the gentleman. Now be off with you. Skedaddle. Scoot.
Eddie?
I'm sorry, Lenworth, but I think you should skedaddle.
Lilith leaves. Nugget turns to Eddie. Did you mean that? You know that I'm your best friend?
Of course you are.
The two walk off, arm and horse leg. Suddenly, Nugget stops.
Eddie, when I said that I was the jackpot chick, you know that I was just trying to distract the ghost trooper, don't you? And see.
Wow.
Wow. That's set entertainment back 2 decades.
That did. Hey,
Eddie, I'm thinking of a Hollywood Babylon callback that the Babbleheads will be familiar with when Kevin Sorbo read the set notes of a Hercules show and he read disappointed and Ralph pulled it for an exquisite acting.
Disappointed. You read the stage notes.
That's awesome.
There was a lot of exquisite acting in that.
Indeed. That was some exquisite work, sir.
So good.
Excellent work, both of you. Thank you so much. Hats off to both of you. A beautiful, beautiful rendition.
Truly Queen Jen fever dream at its finest. if LSD were involved and we were in Ghost Town, something like that very well may happen.
Absolutely.
Hey, still coming to you on the Cartoon Network, so
we're gonna need a special magical talisman chicken nugget for Eddie.
There is it. Yep.
To keep the defenseless Garmy members safe from vasectomies.
Yeah, well, you'll be happy to know, Eddie, I did not bake any treats in the shape of anything.
Nope.
Thank God.
Nothing gag worthy. We just thought you might hang around for like a just quick check in on the sports world because you're a sports guy.
Yeah. What do we have going on?
Well, there's not a whole lot going on, but the draft was this week and there were all of some really amazing memes. Like they were just on fire. Can you fill me in on all things Mac Jones and the Bill Belichick evil empire acquisition that happened this week?
That's just the Patriots. The Patriots keep getting richer. They just they have one bad year and they're
like, let's spend all of the money to acquire all the money, talent.
And then have the second or third best quarterback in the draft fall to them in the middle of the first round.
So good.
Just the Patriot way.
So NFL draft. Any other big stories out of the draft that caught your attention?
No, I mean it was pretty much
kind of uneventful.
It was pretty uneventful. A lot of trading in the
now the trade season.
A lot of trade was kind of weird.
Kind of nutty. Well, we'll have a whole new interesting landscape come fall, right? And hopefully we'll have some sense of normalcy. Like I'd love to get back in a stadium and watch them.
I think they're saying, I think Commissioner Goodell said they're going to open up with at least
limited
50% capacity in most of the stadiums. So.
Yay, sports. We also are wrapping up NHL season. The Flyers are out, right?
Go Caps.
So if the Flyers are out, that means I don't have to stay on #Gritty Watch. We've been... keep in mind.
Oh, people will be so sad.
The Flyers just crap the bed, man.
They did.
They're way too talented to be as bad as they are.
That's a deal breaker.
Way too talented to be as bad as they are. The Philadelphia Flyers.
The Philadelphia Flyers.
But so sadly, no gritty news this week, y'all. And then, unfortunately, on the soccer front, Manchester City, they're kind of like the Patriots in the English Premier League, Eddie, just for comparison.
Gotcha.
They have all the money and all the talent, and it looks like they're squarely still at the top of the table this year. But I would be remiss if I didn't point out that even though Arsenal won today, well, Tottenham's got to play. They're still ahead, Owen, for the moment. And the other big news out of soccer was Super League, which Steve did a lovely rendition of recapping that mayhem and madness for us on the Ralph Report. Did he not? So Eddie can be like fully versed in European soccer world.
Kinda. It'll just come right out of my head as soon as it goes in. But yeah,
that's basically what happens during this whole section. It goes
But
in the
there
ear,
are literally
but then it just goes
some people that
flying at the other
really
side.
like soccer.
yes, there are some people. They're called
Wait,
hooligans.
what?
But we'll
I had
take
no
that
idea.
to maybe a new project. We'll see. We're kind of this is kind of wrapping up season 1 of EZLA, and we're
Yeah.
gonna take a few weeks and finish up some other projects. And
Right. I thought we would come back like with animatronic versions of ourselves and like
Oh,
see
that'd
if
be
that
amazing.
works better, if that
Yeah.
plays out better.
Or sock
Just,
puppets.
Sock puppets are always good.
That's low budget. I like that.
And
You
I
don't have
actually
to do
have
much
some,
with that.
sadly.
Any other
So-
sports news on your team, your Washington football?
My Washington football team. I was pretty happy with the draft. I think
Yeah?
we're gonna have a
Good
good
draft?
season. The NFC is gonna be a little tough, but I'm pretty happy
And
with
NFC
it.
East, baby. I hope it was as memorable and memeable as last season.
It can't be that bad.
It
It
could.
can't be that bad again.
Are you a fantasy football player? Or is you somebody that
I
does that?
used to be. I don't
used
do as
to
much as I
too.
used to.
Well, if we get a Garmy fantasy league together, I'll
If
I'll
there's
be the
one, I'll jump
commish.
in.
I'll commish.
I'll jump into a fantasy.
All right,
Garmin
we
league.
just maybe did a thing, didn't we?
maybe
All right.
more commitments.
How many
Why not?
teams?
Oh yeah, well, you can't have too many. Like 12 is
Mm-mm.
like the max.
Too
Otherwise, it
many.
gets
That's almost
ridiculous.
too many.
Yeah, like 8 or
10.
10 is perfect.
10. Okay. Seeking applications, folks, for our elite league.
We're gonna
For
interview
the
people. for
4
our
people that
fantasy
care
league.
about that stuff. All right, Jen, that's all for now from the
That's-
desk.
Thank you for that dip of my toes
Little
into the
dip of your
sports
toe.
world. I always appreciate
Dip
a
your
little
hat,
bit of that.
dip your toe into some sports, kids.
That's right. Hey, Eddie Pence, I
Yes.
want you to stay here forever, but I understand you've got a busy day ahead of you.
Got a whole wife and kid.
Yeah,
and the whole-
I gotta make them
whole life.
breakfast
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
at 11 a.m.
It's
French.
for those of you.
It's
home,
breakfast for them right now.
French nuggets.
I love it. What are you gonna make though before you go? I'm curious.
Tracy said when I crawled out of bed this morning, she's like, "Can you make me eggs and toast?" So I'm making her. She likes them over easy,
Okay.
yeah, over
Such
easy.
a good,
A little runny.
beautiful husband, everybody. This
And
man.
And then Colton likes
The
this
Lord.
thing where I take toast, I cut the center out, and then you fry the
Yeah,
eggs. inside the toast.
Yes.
One-eyed
do that for me.
sailors or eggy in a basket. or
Egg in
there's
a
a lot of
basket.
names.
Egg in a
Yeah.
basket, yeah.
I love eggs in a basket.
I do
So
too.
that's the way Colton likes his eggs, so I make that for him.
Yay.
Everybody's eggs to
Quickly,
their
Jen, how do you
preference.
like your eggs?
I almost said fertilized. How could I be so misogynistic towards myself?
Jeez.
Why would I do that?
I'll be able to do
Immediately.
that for
That's
much
just where I
longer.
went. But no, I do like hard. Thank you.
Shout out.
I know where not to go.
Yeah.
I like them scrambled and I like them hard boiled. That's about it.
Yeah, me too. I'm a scrambled hard boiled guy
Yeah,
when it comes to eggs.
that's right. We're on the right train. I'm
Okay.
sure Lindsay likes them some weird way, like runny or
Probably all
Ugh.
fancy.
I like a runny yolk. I like a sunny side up or like a Benedict. Ooh, Eddie, did you just gag?
I did because
On the live stream drinking show of Eddie Gags, we drink.
I miss. Oh, let's add one.
Runny eggs make a nice move.
Oh God, I'm gonna pour it out. Forgot we were playing here, kids.
And one last one because it is time for.
Is it time for work and a time for wah-wah?
It's time for
The
work.
man
and
who
time for one.
inspired Dirty Feet, Dirty Woohoo, which is
That's
a
right.
bop. Let's
He's
just face it.
going back to work. But hey,
Not a banger,
we,
but it's
No.
bop.
we love the fact you came back on our last
you,
show.
Eddie.
Helped
Thanks
bookend
for
the whole
having me.
experience.
Hey, guess
and-
what, Eddie? I'm gonna be out there in the middle of June,
Okay.
and we're gonna like rally some Garmy together. So we'll let you know if.
Let me know when and where.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
Yay! All right, well, cool. We look forward to seeing you soon, and of course, seeing you next week, or not seeing you so much, but hearing you all week
Yes.
long
In our
on the
ear
Ralph
holes.
Report,
I'll be there. Patreon.com.
the Ramble, everywhere. You're everywhere.
I'm
Got
everywhere.
so many good shows and projects.
And
That's
send some good thoughts to my co-host Jerry Rocha on the Ramble. He's going through some stuff right now. So
Absolutely, Jerry.
Yeah.
We're sending our love and healing thoughts to you. Kick
Yay, Jerry,
butt,
feel better.
fight, fight, fight.
Fight
And we're
hard.
behind you. Whatever you need,
guys.
you always let us know. If we can
Tap
assemble
into the
people, do
Garmy. We got
anything,
you.
Yep, let us know what we can do to help.
thank
All
you,
right,
guys.
kiddo.
Yay.
Have fun with your eggs and
Bye,
toast.
I will.
Say
I'm a
hello
fry
to the
cook for the
family.
next 10 minutes.
That's all right.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Such a sweetheart.
Oh, so
I love
lovely.
him.
I
He's
do
just
too.
great.
He's a
Just
gem.
great. He is such a gem. Well, believe it or not, we are towards the end of our finale show. But let me tell you, before we go, I just wanted to give a little, like, kind of an in memoriam of the battle that we had over this season.
It's still going on.
Which rages on in some way, smoldering, I guess.
It's definitely smoldering. It's like the snow in Canada. It takes a long time.
Don't get me started. I've learned a lot from Graham and Faye about the seasons and how they just
the seasons in Manitoba, eh? Did I get it right?
Manitoba.
Those are the right pairings of words together.
So for those of you who are wondering what cryptic things we're talking about right now, we have the donut wars of season 1 that raged on between pretty much Canada and America, and where we drew the line was Tim Horton and Dunkin' Donuts. So we had two sides to this battle. Clearly,
and there is only one way to really get Canada super angry, and that's coming for their Timmies.
Right. And they don't let's say,
they don't fight conventionally.
They don't fight dirty, but they hold a grudge, and that is their biggest thing. So here's what I've got. I'm going to show some pictures while I talk a little bit about where we've been, because these pictures are the Lego
setup. If you haven't been following our stories and seeing it play out in real time, then
these are the pictures that Graham and Faye constructed, like little mini sets of a Lego film.
So Graham works in healthcare. He's been one of the first line essential workers this whole pandemic, and apparently has like a Lego scape on his desk.
Yes.
And he has identified, for our non-visual listeners at home, a few Legos, one that's Queen J and one that's Lindsay, and he's taunting us with these Lego characters on different groupings of Tim Hortons products. Let's just call it. It's a real advertising grudge war crossover.
It was an interesting
it got weird
narrative that got weird. But here's basically the recap of that. As agents of Dunkin' Donuts, Lego Queen J and Lego Lindsay fought heavily caffeinated Canadians. They fought valiantly against legions of Timbits. Things were looking grim at one point. I got trapped inside a coffee cup, seduced by the dark roasted elixir. Lindsay continued to dispatch the enemy, but with each dozen she dispatched, another dozen showed up, and sometimes an extra guy named Baker. Queen J was out of breath, and Lindsay was concerned and cornered. All hope was but lost. But then, just then, Lego Eddie swooped in to help turn the tides and fish me out of the tall Timmies. The team prevailed and lived to see another breakfast. So, Graham and Faye, you outdid yourselves every day. If there was an award to give you for all of your amazing creative work in making this season's Donut War, we would give it to you. All we could give your thanks and love.
It's a golden pamphlet for them, full of pictures of donuts and Legos and Tim Hortons.
So from my heart to yours, from the bottom of my coffee-stained heart, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. And thank you for sticking around with us for all 10 episodes. I can't believe that we were able to do 10 full episodes. That's
Holy
crazy.
Cow. Holy
crazy.
That, man. Did we just do a thing?
We did a thing, and it was fun.
We had to have a rap party.
Yeah, we had it last night. Sorry.
You know, I'm just here for the rap parties, guys.
Right. Special thank you to special guest Wayne Baglin for coming by today. John Kuperman.
Streams on the socials. John Kuperman on the socials.
And
Eddie Pence on the socials.
Especially the Sheriff Ghost Town himself, Eddie Pence.
And he slayed that ghost ham.
He sure did. He came to town to save us all. And he did. He did.
He surely did.
All right, everyone. We look forward to more shenanigans next season. You take care out there. LMB for now.
Thank you, Queen J, our leader, our all long may she reign. All hail. The producer, the executive producer, my co-host. Find her on the things. Put the things on the screen.
All the things will be there.
All the things, and we'll be back.
See you later. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye.